We've had some recent changes in our jobs, and we are really looking forward to summer.
Today we're going to talk about our life and our plans.
So we have had, an update in a job and a few just changes in life. So we thought we'd give a quick little life update and then talk about our summer plans. I changed jobs. It's been almost exactly 3 weeks actually for me now in my new role. I am working for a company that's in the pet care industry, which is really exciting for me because I love animals. I'm working here downtown in the headquarters, their office. And so I have the opportunity to go into the office twice a week, which I really enjoy. And I am working as an IT project manager, so really the same role that I was doing before, just with a new company. But it's been really fun so far, and I've been loving it.
And then a little update about me. I am transitioning full-time kayaking. Actually, a couple weeks ago I started, but I'm going to go full-time starting after Memorial Day.
And you'll be a manager.
And I'll be a manager and a tour guide again. And looking forward to it, being outside in the summer, because the weather is already great, so it can only get better.
Yeah, and it's already been super busy on the Riverwalk. You can already tell.
Yeah.
People are ready for summer, which is exciting. And then we've had some slightly less exciting news. We actually just found out that our cat, Ollivander, has diabetes. So we just learned that today.
We don't know exactly what that'll entail, but hopefully it's not too much of a hassle.
Yeah.
He has had some breathing problems in the past, basically kind of like
he has asthma.
Kitty asthma, and giving him the inhaler was not an easy task. So
I'm pretty sure we have to give him injections.
So hopefully hopefully he gets used to the injections, because it'll be an adventure, I guess.
Yeah, but when we came back from our Santa Fe trip, he looked really skinny, and I thought maybe he just, wasn't eating very well while we were gone. Like he was, just sad we were gone, whatever. And, but it turns out that was not the case. It was actually just diabetes. So we learned that, and we are going to be learning more about it, over the coming week, and how we're going to take care of him. So those are kind of our life updates. Anything else we need to update?
No. Summer is here.
Yeah.
We're excited. We're going to do a lot of outdoor things.
Yes. Yeah, so we thought we would take you through kind of like our bucket list of plans for the summer. All of the things that we, at least have documented that we plan to do, that we want to get done this summer. And then I have a couple of little things that we will be doing this summer that we're maybe a little less excited about. Only because they're just crazy. So we'll save those for the end.
All right. So the first thing is Memorial Day weekend coming up.
Yeah.
Your family is coming in, or I guess my family as well, obviously.
My sister and her kids will be here. So it's going to be a wild time. We have a lot of things planned. We're going to be doing the flyover again, which we're super excited about. We had so much fun doing that a few weeks ago, a month or so ago now, and can't wait to do it again. And we can't wait for the kids to go on it.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be so much fun.
They all have done... Have they all ridden Soarin'?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Well, at least your sister and some of your nephews our nephews have ridden Soarin', so they know the. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So for those of you who don't know, if you didn't see that video and you're just now finding us, it is a ride here in Chicago that is kind of the same ride mechanics as Soarin' from Disney World, but it's here in Chicago. So it's just it's like Soarin' around Chicago. It is really, really neat.
Yeah. We're also planning to go. Some of us are going to the Titanic Museum Titanic exhibit.
Yeah,
right?
The Titanic exhibit. We're doing that as well, and then we're kind of splitting in two groups. There's a group that's going to a kind of a Bluey experience, and then those of us who are going to the Titanic experience. I'm super excited about that. I think that's about it for this. Oh, lots of food, of course, like pizza, all the things. So we'll be eating that as well. But yeah, so we'll be taking you along with us on those adventures for this weekend for Memorial Day. We also had an idea along the theme of Disney things here in Chicago. We thought it would be fun to reinvent the Epcot Drink Around the World experience, but on the Riverwalk. So we're going to maybe give that a try.
It actually might be easier because there's less places to get alcohol.
There are fewer places to get drinks than there are in Epcot. So that's good. The goal, of course, is not to overdrink we'll do it throughout the whole day. But we thought what we could do is take you along with us and try the different places along the Riverwalk. Get, a snack and a drink at this place, etc. There is a little coffee shop there. There's like gelato, a couple of different restaurants, things like that. There's even a museum, the Bridge House Museum. So we might go visit that as well. We are going to keep that to just the Riverwalk though. We're not going to go out on boats, not on kayaks, anything like that. This is going to be on the Riverwalk, but to really give kind of an experience of all the things that you can do, just literally in the 1.5 mile stretch along the river here in downtown Chicago. So I think that'd be fun.
Do you know when the Gold Coast Art Fair is?
I believe it's June 16th.
So that will be coming up, obviously.
Yes. It's funny because it's called the Gold Coast Art Festival, but it actually takes place here in Grant Park, right in our front yard.
Yeah. That's always fun. Just fun looking at the nice, just a lot of local artists, some traveling artists.
Yeah, it is primarily art. Like there are some kind of sort of craft-ish booths with like maybe some like woodworking and jewelry and those kinds of things, but it is mostly art, mostly like paintings and those kinds of things. Ollie is visiting us here in the back. He's being disruptive.
Yeah, photography, fine art.
Yeah, but it's really cool to see. A lot of it is expensive. But a lot of places have prints too.
Yeah.
And one of the other things that I have found about the art festivals is an opportunity to follow some of the artists on Instagram, and those kinds of things, so that you can just kind of follow along with their journey, and that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we found what was that guy's name? I don't know. If you've watched our Vegas vlogs, that was that one artist that I can't remember his name. If I saw it, I would recognize it.
Oh yeah, we saw him.
But he was in one of the Vegas hotels.
Yes, I think it was
has
in
a booth
Caesars,
here,
if I'm not mistaken, but I can't
and
remember.
Had a booth here the previous year, so it was kind of cool seeing that in two different places, halfway.
Yeah, and we're like, hey, we know that guy. We've seen him at the art festivals. So we always enjoy doing that. Another thing that we always enjoy doing, and we actually do this usually multiple times throughout the summer, is going to the Printers Row Farmers Market. So Printers Row is not far from us. And they have a farmers market every Saturday. I think it's every Saturday.
I believe so.
I'm pretty sure it is. And it's just nice. You can go and get some fresh veggies. They have, there's like a coffee booth there. There's some really good honey that's actually like local here in Chicago, which is cool.
Yeah, we don't usually buy a lot of vegetables there. I think we have a little.
We bought a few,
bit,
but not
like
as
mostly
fun.
we go there for like the snacks food. They have like the roasted nuts.
Oh gosh, yeah.
They love it. They have really good.
You got like a giant cinnamon roll.
They have really good pastries. Really good pastries. Coffee.
There was that cute little one. I only saw it the one time. The one that was like in the van. It was almost like a converted kind of like van trailer thing, and she had like all the like bath bombs.
Oh yeah, like you could go in like almost like a.
It was so cute. It was like a little apothecary, but it was like
cool.
in a van. It was really neat. So I loved that. You want to talk about the next one?
Yeah, obviously we're gonna go kayaking. I will go kayaking for money, but also for fun because we get to go for free.
Yes.
We're going to go on the river. We might do some long excursions, maybe around Goose Island or maybe even south to kind of Chinatown.
Yeah, we'll probably go out on the lake too because we talked about doing that last year.
We want to do the lake. We can do paddle boarding as well out on the lake.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
That's a really nice thing to do on a hot day.
Just really nice. Yeah, it's very relaxing, especially when you're doing it and you don't have to worry about other people. You can just do for yourself. It's very enjoyable, and it's so cool to like kayak like downtown. Like usually you're like in the middle of the woods, like in a creek, but doing the Chicago River, it's a unique experience. Fun way to see the city.
The cool thing about the Chicago River is like, because for those who don't know, the Chicago River is kind of a Y, so it comes in off the lake, going from east to west, and then it splits and goes north and south. And when you go to the north and south branches, it is more kind of like nature-y. You know, you kind of, I mean, you're not out of the city. There's still buildings and things around, but it is more like there's a lot more trees and you see a lot more wildlife in those areas than you do obviously on the main branch of the river. The main branch is very downtown, right?
Yeah.
So it has a kind of a totally different feel to it, but it is a really cool experience to get to like kayak and be kind of out amongst that, but also like just, covered in with like skyscrapers and all the people. So it's just a lot of fun. I love kayaking on the river. It's great. And you get some really cool views from the lake. You get some really cool skyline views from the lake, which
farther
is nice.
away than you would normally get. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And then I'll talk about the next one because it is summer races. So as you know, if you've seen any of our vlogs before, we do like to share races as we do those. I usually do a handful a year, usually 6 to 7 or so. I actually have my longest race yet to date, coming up this weekend, it's the Soldier Field 10, so it's a 10-mile race. I'm super excited about it.
It's not just 10K?
They have a 10K also.
Oh, I didn't know that was 10
And they also have a 10
I
mile.
thought it was just 10K.
Yeah, so I'm doing the 10 mile. This will be a nice kind of precursor and trial to see if a half marathon might be in my future.
I mean, if you can do 10, you can do 13.
I mean, that's a slippery slope.
And then if you can do 13, you can do 26.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So we have that one coming up this weekend. Actually, my dad's also going to race in that one as well. So we'll be doing that one together. And then we also have the, right after that, actually, the next weekend, we have the Run for the Zoo in Lincoln Park. That one's just a 5K. So that one will fill real quick next to the 10 mile one. And then we have the Run Mag Mile race that's in September. So that was toward the end of the summer. And then last year we did the Stan's Donuts race. I think that one's in July. I have not signed up for that one. I haven't decided if I want. I'm still on the fence about that one. Last year we Chris and I did that one together, and we did the 5K. They do also have a 10K, so I'm thinking about maybe doing that one. The Run Back Mile, though, you're doing that one, right? Did you sign up for that one?
Maybe. I haven't signed up for anything yet.
Yeah. Okay. I couldn't remember. I know my mom and dad are doing that one with me as well. Dad and I think, are doing the 10K. Mom's probably doing the 5. So we'll see what you want to do.
I do need to get more running shoes, but yeah, we'll see.
Get you back out there running.
Depends on how. Once I start kayaking a lot, I'll get back into shape, and then I'll be ready to run the races.
Yeah, so really enjoy sharing the races with you. That's a lot of fun. But those are kind of my summer races that we've got coming up.
Another thing that we're super excited about is biking on the Lakefront Trail.
Yes. Something that we have not done the last 2 summers, and we've talked about it. We've been like, we should really go out and do biking.
I have.
Well, that's true.
I biked the end of last summer. I was training for a race,
long ride.
like a race that race, but like I felt like it was going to be a race because we were doing it in 3 days. But a very long, ultra long ride with a friend of ours. So I was biking the trail multiple times at a time. But I think we have not yet to do it together. Yeah. Kind of like making an event of it. So we plan to maybe pack a picnic or maybe even get hot dogs. Yes. And go kind of like
get some snacks
far down or up the lakefront.
Take
trail.
a very leisurely. For those of you who don't know us well, Chris is much more aggressive in biking than I am. Yeah, I tend to be a little more leisurely.
Kind of like you in running. And
I'm the more hardcore runner, and you're more leisurely, so it works. But yeah, so we think we're probably going to go out and just enjoy the lakefront and really stop along the way and get to enjoy some of the scenery, take some beautiful pictures, take some little snacks along the way, and just have a lot of fun. Spend life out by the lake.
The lakefront trail is probably one of the best amenities that we have living here downtown.
We're so fortunate.
It's such a beautiful paved trail that we have access to.
And it spans 18 miles start to finish. So it's a good length.
Yeah, it's like takes you past beaches and nice parks.
Numerous beaches, several parks. What's nice about it too, like some of it's like really kind of more nature-y, and some of it's obviously more, downtown. It's really nice because every part of it I think is beautiful, but for different reasons. So it's, there's kind of a lot of different parts to enjoy, which is great. And then lastly on our kind of bucket list item is we are going to be going to the Field Museum. This is something that we love to do. We love the Field Museum, and we haven't gone in the last couple summers, I think. And so we want to do that this year. They have a cool exhibit going on right now, Deep Oceans.
Yeah, that's not the name of it, but it's there. It's basically about
the deep water in the ocean.
Exploring the deep. And like a submarine, kind of like maybe like some like what do they call that? Where it's like never mind. Where it's or it's like a dark, complete. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But yeah, we have been talking about going to the Field Museum for months and years, and we never. Yeah,
it's been a while since we've been.
Never really fit into our plans, so we've made an effort to.
We scheduled a day. We said this is the day we're going.
To make it this time, and I think me only working one job this summer will make things a lot easier.
Yes. Yeah, I'm excited about that. So then we did promise that there were things we would talk about that we're going to be doing that we're a little less excited about. And it's not that they're not exciting things. There are 2 big things. One of them happens all the time here in Chicago, and the other thing is a relatively new experience.
Yeah, and they happen literally across the street.
In our front yard. Yeah, they are. Yes. So they're very, they can be a little bit inhibiting on our just day-to-day lifestyle, but they're still really cool events. So first and foremost, and the one that will happen the soonest is NASCAR. So for those of you who are not aware, NASCAR started doing street races here in Chicago. This is a brand new thing. I think last year was the very first year ever for NASCAR to have a street race. I think Formula One does street races. So it's not abnormal in that area, but for NASCAR, it was kind of a new thing. And they chose Chicago. So we had our very first NASCAR race last July. I think it happened actually on the July 4th.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
So it happened on Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
It ended up not happening both those days because of the rain. But I don't remember what day 4th of July fell on. But
Yeah, I don't either.
One of those
It's
days,
right around that holiday.
One of those days was on actually 4th of July.
Yeah, the river actually flooded. It rained so much last year that like the course effectively flooded, like portions of it, and the river flooded. So they had like the Saturday races just got canceled altogether because they just couldn't really do it. And then Sunday was still pretty messy.
Yeah, I don't know if it was because it's been like trending on TikTok or whatever, but for some reason I saw a TikTok about 2 weeks ago, and there was 9 inches of water on the track at one point.
They were like bucketing it.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy, and they had like these like street dryer things. It was a wild experience just watching that.
Yeah, as not a fan of racing hardly at all. Like that doesn't even appeal to me at all. It was really awesome though to see it kind of like in our front yard and like
it was really cool. And my parents have a really nice kind of view of most of the track. So we just went up to their place, hung out, and we were able to watch, the race, and it was really fun. So I'm actually looking forward to the race part. It's the leading up to the race part that I'm less looking forward to, because we kind of it's just a mess for about a month, really, as they're kind of prepping and getting ready for the track. Because they're literally, they shut down, Michigan Avenue, Columbus, Lakeshore Drive. It just turns into a racetrack, and it's really kind of wild.
Yeah, it makes it really difficult to let Weasel out because they kind of block off.
Yeah, we basically lose access to our park.
That we take her out every day.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll do better with that this year, because it was pretty inhibiting.
It closes
last year.
my favorite hot dog stand.
I know.
Just like there's a lot of things that are negative about it, but like
the race itself is fun. So
yeah, hopefully this year the weather is more agreeable and because they were expecting a lot more crowds than I think actually showed up.
Yeah, I think the
weather
really
definitely scared a lot of people away. So
yeah, but we will definitely share that with you so you can kind of experience what it's like to have a street race happen in your front yard. So we've got that. And then the second event that happens in the summer, which happens every year.
Yeah, and that is Lollapalooza.
That's an insane event. It's what, 400,000 people a day?
Yeah,
it's a huge amount of people.
It's obviously, you may have heard of Lollapalooza. It's a large concert event that happens over a course of several days. And it, again, happens right here in Grant Park, right across the street. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wild time. But was it last year or the year before we got to see Metallica? From my parents' place, we could see it.
I think that was I don't know what year that was.
Yeah, I don't remember what
year
that was.
We don't follow much, but
we don't pay super close attention. But that was fun.
From your parents' window, I could watch with binoculars.
Yeah, we could see with the binoculars, and you could hear. You could open the window and you could hear
it a little bit. So it was fun.
Yeah. I actually don't mind Lollapalooza though. They do a really good job of keeping the park open, so we can still let Weasel out, and they really only spend maybe a week or so prepping kind of for that event, so it doesn't shut us down for such a long period of time, so it's not quite so inhibiting. It's a wild weekend because there's a lot of partying happening, and there's loud music all day every day and all of that, so it's just kind of a wild time. There's a lot of people who leave town that weekend.
Yeah, there hasn't been anyone yet performing that has drawn me to want to go myself.
Yeah, like to buy a ticket.
But it's kind of expensive. It's
it's definitely not cheap.
Maybe one day there'll be a band that I'm like willing to pay that kind of money, because I'm sure it's fun once you're in there. But just being on the outside and kind of like the craziness that happens along with it,
it gets pretty crazy.
It's entertaining.
But sometimes you feel like you're like swimming upstream, because as you're crossing the road.
Yeah, there have been several times when I leave my
direction.
kayaking job right around the same time that one of the last band finishes, and I'm going against the crowd of thousands and thousands and thousands of people. That's fun. So
it's pretty crazy. Yeah.
So
yeah, so those are our summer plans.
huge summer packed. We don't have a weekend free. I'm just kidding.
Not really though. That's kind of true.
It's kind of exciting though. Like we said before,
this is our busiest time of year.
The summer in Chicago is the reason that everyone loves Chicago.
Yeah, we love it.
One of the main reasons, I guess. It's what gets people through the winter.
Yeah.
It's just an amazing time. So we're super excited for it, and
excited to share it with you. Be sure to subscribe and follow along so you and ring the bell for latest videos so that as we're going through all of our summer activities, you can be a part of it.
Yeah, and let us know if there's anything that that you were looking forward to in summer to view, or
what's your favorite item on our bucket list? That's what we want to hear about.
And then don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.